Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Leo, and today we are continuing the Disco Elysium file. Where we last left off, we had talked to the rest of the people in the fishing village. We also talked to the father and son outside the electrics building, and we talked to the cryptozoologist, and we said we would investigate the traps for them. Don't you ever wish Heimdall was a real place? No. We also found that this guy is very racist and that he stole one of the pieces of armor. So, yeah. But anyway, we have some exploring we gotta do. It is getting late, and now... Can I explore? What is along this? Oh. We haven't been here yet. Where is this in relation to everything else? This is... Okay, so I kind of know where we are. Aha, we have something here. More money. Okay. No boat in the boathouse today. Anything in here? Magnesium and oversized superstar sunglasses. So I finally have an item that helps with savoir-faire? +1 savoir-faire, dazzling reflexes, -1 visual calculus, the mirror lies. Is your own stardom too dazzling for your eyes? Can't bear to look at your own fabulous reflection in the mirror? Then these classic oversized sunglasses are for you. Okay, interesting. Oh, there's the next, there's another trap. And here's a whole nother building.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Actually, let me leave really quick. Do I have anything that helps with interfacing? Because I know the things had done interfacing. Something about interfacing was said. What sunglasses am I wearing right now? +1 logic, -1 authority. Let's actually take these off. Let's put on these ones because our savoir-faire is pretty high. Actually, if I take those off, drama becomes my highest stat, which feels weird. +1 logic, and this one gives +1 visual calculus, +2 encyclopedia. But let's go ahead and do yeah, so there isn't anything that does interfacing. Cool, okay. So we should be okay.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet.
Look around.
Behind you, a ruined residential building looms over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. They rustle confidentially, in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Continue.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
Damn, I was hoping it would be in the first one.
No, you weren't.
He looks at the sea, then you, laying the trap back down the ground. Leave. Alright, fair enough. The boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over. Oh, I was looking for... Do I have any other clothes that help with visual calculus? The commander's jacket. Actually, let's do that now that we're like looking for stuff. I don't think I'll need savoir-faire. Let's just put these back on. Savoir faire is 2, geez. Let's go ahead and look at this. More money. Doesn't look like I can go along here, so let's go over here. Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench, covered in rust. Huh. The sign says Entrée interdite. An old ticket booth no longer operational. Oh, we have to go all the way around. More money and tear. Let's go over here and let's take a look at this building. Oh wait, whoops. People paid money to park here. No one would pay now.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Look, Kim, even more bullet holes. Something's definitely gone down here.
Correct.
Lieutenant
Density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs.
Continue.
Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Say nothing, just nod.
The lieutenant also nods. It is quite a scene. The two of you standing next to the broken wall of an abandoned building, nodding along.
Isn't it because he said, oh, I need to ask him about the bomber jacket, I just remembered, because I finished the Aces High. But he had said that they stopped using automatic weapons because they purposely made it so that you have to reload after each shot for a lot of guns so that you don't get tempted to just spray and kill a lot of people. You have to decide what you want to do with each shot carefully.
Two officers of the law against the world, nodding in unison. It is your source of power. The bond of camaraderie between you is palpable.
Not even more.
The lieutenant is nodding so hard it looks like his head is about to snap off his neck.
Stop nodding.
All right. I'm glad we stopped when we did. My neck was starting to hurt. If there's nothing more, we should get going.
Continue.
Follow your brother into death itself.
Oh, there will be more. 97% bullet holes on the plaza, bullet holes in the backyard, know about the revolution, and know about Feld Electric.
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them. A dozen at least. Their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound. No movement.
So it was a firing squad.
10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner. Automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. Droplets of rain fall on the wooden planks, the surrounding sand dunes. The clouds block out any rays of light.
I love visual calculus. This is such a cool scene.
A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
Look at the people against the wall.
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them.
Who were they?
Collateral damage on the path toward normalcy and progress. Such is your belief, officer. Maybe you should change it. They were praying, screaming.
Look at the line of soldiers.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one?
Look at the person standing on the side.
The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air. The lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Kim, who was who in this execution?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Feld?
What if it was the Feld personnel when their assets were being seized by the revolutionaries?
Another likely scenario.
Lieutenant nods.
Or maybe...
You mentioned coalition forces. Could it have been them against the wall?
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
Goodbye.
Cold sea wind blows away the figures.
That was eerie. Do I have something here now? Huh. I have 2 points now, and I have 2 thoughts I could do. Inspect the traps. Near the canal you cross southeast of the village. Land's End far northeast of the Feld building. Oh, okay, so it is kind of, like, this way is kind of north, this way is kind of northeast. Okay. What would I even want? I don't know, but let's talk to Kim really quick. I want to talk about you. Kim, you're wearing a Revolutionary Air Brigade jacket, aren't you?
What? These? It's just seasonal clothing.
And those look like airman pants. Good for storing tools in.
Where is this going?
You see, Kim, I have this place in my head where I develop new ideas and connections.
Interesting. I think it's called the brain.
It's no mere brain.
No, it's more than that. Anyway. In this special place, I have come to suspect that you have some kind of thing with the Revolutionary Air Brigades.
I do not have a thing with Revolutionary Air Brigades in particular.
Just air brigades, then?
Okay, I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Interesting. Are you sure the Revolutionary has got nothing to do with this?
Absolutely nothing.
The Revolutionary must have added a little luster to it for a 10-year-old Kitsuragi. He will never admit it, though.
Thank you. My mind is satisfied.
Good.
He glances impatiently at his electronic wristwatch.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Interesting. Okay. But that was really cool. More tear. More money. I should probably actually use these points. What should I do? 42 minutes, 3 hours and 30 minutes. Let's see. Must be some flaw in it that would allow you to stand your ground against this dangerous enemy technology. I mean, it might not be a bad thought to have, especially if we're going to be doing that. So actually, I think I'm going to take it. I think I'm going to take Fairweather T500 because I want to make sure that I am ready. Let's go ahead and put these on to make up for that. Now let's actually take these off and just put these on. Electrochemistry is not really going to do me any good, I don't think. And I'd rather have the points in savoir-faire. So that'll be good. And then the next point... let's go ahead and put the point in rhetoric. I think that'll be the best use of it right now. Yeah, because rhetoric has actually come in handy quite a few times. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Plus, if I do my... I can do the cargo door again. But anyway, if I do my... I know I'm spreading out my points a bit, but I'm assuming I'll get more, and I'll like kind of more focus it. I'm still more focusing up here, but I still want to do... I'd like to do composure and savoir-faire, but I'd also like to do visual calculus and logic, just focus on getting those kind of high. Maybe a couple in empathy and authority. But yeah. Let's go ahead and see what else is here. The door is not only barred shut, is inaccessible. Found Pippo. Interesting. Is that a hat? The small wire framing inside this futuristic looking Found Pippo hat gives it the aerodynamic shape of a swoop skier's helmet, but none of its protective qualities. Covers the wearer's ears and eyebrows to bring down the drag coefficient. +2 logic, ultimate peak focus, -1 perception, eyes on the road. What's my perception at right now? It's at 7. I could... Interesting, huh? That actually might not be bad. What's my encyclopedia at? It's at 5. You know what? Sure. And then, yeah, that puts my perception down to 6, and that puts this down to up to 8. I'm going to be so logical. Could the instigator be inside? I don't know, maybe. Oh, do we have to go all the way around now? Okay, interesting. This section of the coast hasn't been used in decades. I actually think having perception while exploring would be better. Sorry I'm switching my clothes so much this episode, but we are going to put the other hat back on. But then again, having logic would also be good because it helps me draw conclusions. But then again, I can't draw the conclusions if I don't see the thing first. So maybe I'll, like, see something and then I will, like, use the... And then I'll switch clothes and then click on it. A school of fish huddle around the fence post, then scatter into the darkness. Full of holes. Could the posts hide treasure? Look inside. Did something pop up? Oh. Alcohol? Oh. Yeah, let's go with that. Yep. Yep. So much stuff. Someone's having a, like, rave party. Can I get to this side? Not without going up there, apparently. Oh. Before you, a drawbridge. It can only be lowered from the other side. Fair enough. Who is this? It must have taken a lot of patience to do this. Painted with pastels. Someone is trying to bring cheer into the world. Trash for some unending party. A pole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
What is this?
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
Push the internet over.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here.
The lieutenant gestures towards the young woman next to the tent. Oh, is that more money? This is someone's home away from home, just like yours. So let me go ahead and switch out some things. That for that, and this for the... Wow, I have so many clothes. This for that. And those. Perfect, I think. Actually, do I want logic? Visual calculus? Actually, empathy.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
A cell?
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
I have some questions for you.
For some reason, the words don't come out. Instead, you instinctively touch your collar to check your necktie.
Huh?
It's crooked again! It always is! It's a traffic accident and a noose! Also, you should ask if she wants to party. Or better yet, ask her about that hat! Lest the necktie think you're boring.
Huh? Okay, bad necktie. Let go of the tie. I wanted to ask you some
I
questions.
thought you were cool. What happened, man?
Literally, I have not listened to you this entire game, necktie. So just stay out of this.
I'm listening.
A cold wind blows from the sea. She breathes on her fingers for warmth, looking up at you. Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No,
Just no?
it's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
What's your name?
A cell.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
And your surname?
Why?
I'm from the police. It's for the... I'm from the police. It's for the paperwork.
Okay, it's Berger.
A very common name. You have little reason to doubt that's her real name, but she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned. Why's that?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
Fair.
Fast and clean, a good one. Can't quite say it's a lie, but it feels like one. She's better at lying than she'd like everyone to know.
Have you been questioned before?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river.
So what trouble you've gotten into with the police?
The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
What's the usual?
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg.
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
Wait, what is in Fauberg?
Is this a rhetorical question?
No, I literally can't remember even the most basic terms sometimes.
Faubourg, not in Faubourg, is a massive banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Revachol, possibly the world.
Turn to the girl, and why did you have to move out when you were so young?
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess, I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
I mean, she hasn't really lied. I had another question.
Go ahead.
What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
What am I supposed to do with this?
No idea.
Where did you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from. The Palaceum.
What's the Palaceum?
Oh man. You haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Sounds interesting. Who's this Arno guy?
Oh yeah. Guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
Neither do I, actually. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Get down? Grind?
She breathes on her fingers. Looks like she doesn't know what to say.
Never mind. Let's talk about that contact mic instead.
Sure.
How does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
And what were these recordings for? The cracks, the footsteps?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Just not.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks around.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
Oh, that's sad.
Take this, your code.
The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Give her your hat. I mean, my skiing hat would probably be cool. And you know what? Sure, why not? Give her... Here, you need this more than I do.
Thanks.
She puts it on. It's a bit large for her. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
The boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
I had some other questions.
Go ahead.
The tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up. Empathy. Huh. Tell me more about this music place you've been playing in the church.
It's supposed to become like a club for Anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah.
She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles. As a mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek. What is Anodic dance music?
You know, Anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
I got a secret task? Electronic instruments like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like, if it ever comes.
So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, you two are cops.
Yes. Why do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I'll talk to them.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
Enough about the church then. I had another question.
Go ahead.
Actually, that's it for now.
Bye.
She turns her attention back to the recording device.
Date of birth generator.
Huh. I wonder what this will do for me.
You were born in the year 07. In the last year of the commune of Revachol, right before it fell, in the old military hospital on the ground floor, where people usually came to die during a snowstorm. The revolution had about 1 year left to go, and the fires were still burning bright. There were explosions in the blizzard. This was 44 years ago. You are 44 years old. The bloating might never leave your face, but beneath it, you still have some years. You still have some hope.
And then bonuses? Learning cap for logic raised to 4. -1 difficulty to all physique passives? Huh. So does that mean that all the passive checks for physique now will be easier to get? Interesting. I don't know if that actually helps me at all because my logic's already super high. But fair enough. Let me really quick put my hat back on. And then she wants empathy, which I think I already have the pretty much my empathy is about as high as it's going to get for the moment.
Hello again.
Huh. Let's see what happens.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath, you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
All right, fair enough. All right, so shelf of crime novels. I don't know why that one is still there. But let's go ahead and talk to the people in the tent, I guess.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Squeeze
Sorry,
in.
we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
He gestures for you to squeeze in. Oh, weird. There's no thing for this. Smells like sweaty laundry and detergent, plus a trace of ether. A pile of nasal sprays, brand named Nosofed Ultra. Canisters filled with what appear to be water. The label says distilled. A speaker, the big kind they use for live music. Huh. Interesting.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
Okay.
And Egghead. Egg!
A tape player high above his head continues to blast what is probably Anodic music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
Okay.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
Was there something you wanted? Your friend Estelle said there was a problem with the church.
Oh, so you've met her? Good, good.
He nods.
Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
Continue.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it.
Enough histrionics. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dope heads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dope heads. Burnouts.
He angrily spits on a screw, then starts cleaning it.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Revachol.
Continue.
Strike that. The word.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
Motorix.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
I feel like you may be laying this on a bit thick because I haven't met them yet, so I don't know. They could be just down on their luck. I don't know if they're actually all doing drugs. I feel like you may be laying this on a bit thick. What's really so bad about these dopeheads and burnouts?
They're spooky.
What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge. Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People
Okay.
just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Huh. I'll make up my mind later. I have questions for you first.
All right, man.
He claps his hands enthusiastically. What's the status of the church? I haven't gotten inside the building yet.
I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
What about the key?
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
Oh, well, this helps.
Only if he promises to look into the spookers in the church.
He looks at you gravely.
Officer, I apologise. Noid doesn't always understand the joy of giving for the sake of giving. I think it may have something to do with his childhood.
Okay.
Damn it. Take it. Don't you just want to see what's in there?
Huh. There is probably a different way inside the church. If I know this game, and I'd like to think I kind of do now, there's definitely more than one way to do this. But if it involves trying to break the lock, then maybe not. I could try to pick the lock. Maybe. You can't coerce me into taking this on. I don't need the key. Not now.
Well, if you ever decide to change your mind, then we're here. Just
So-
ask me about the door again.
Alright, how long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Andre, do you know what involuntary manslaughter means?
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff, and I assure you, officer, this is not what's happening here. I'm at least 80% sure they're alive. I mean, come on. Most people aren't ever that alive in their entire lives.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. What does anything mean, really?
I don't know if I like this guy or if I, like, am annoyed by this guy.
Oh, yeah.
He looks at his friend with an expression of profound understanding. Sounds like nonsense.
You're right. It is nonsense. Total garbage. I knew you'd see through it. You're one smart cop.
Who is this guy?
It feels good to be the smart cop, doesn't it? That's a good cop to be. Has a nice ring to it. Smart cop. You wouldn't want to be stupid cop, now would you? But still, maybe he's just sucking up to you.
I get by. Now, where was I with that
He
padlock?
nods attentively, ready to answer the questions of one smart cop.
Right, other questions.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly are these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even seen them and you want the police involved?
Well, there's also the machinery.
Continue.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
Okay.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Continue.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
The feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something greater.
But you haven't physically seen anyone?
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
Ah. The sniper. I bet that's what it is. Phyllis, I think was her name. Maybe she's in there. The woman, red hair maybe? A lorry woman?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
But not really. Brown hair. Old. Heavy, dark signs.
So which one is it?
What Noid said.
So brown and older, Ruby might have dyed her hair, though it seems like a stretch at this point.
What was that about something watching you?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
See?
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
I don't know, man.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
A crab man?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
Probably not that.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures, and not known for climbing walls.
Are you sure there was a crab man?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
These people are so useless.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
Can you tell me more about this
You
machinery?
should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
So how can you be sure they're dope heads and burnouts if you haven't even seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
This is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Wow, you can't, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own... Wait, huh? I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire?
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers. Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
You mentioned some kind of ecclesiastes own the church?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Now humor me, Andre. What is the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation.
And?
And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They Like, made the innocentic system, no?
Now, Andre, in your opinion, would this ancient religious organization who anoints the innocents want a club for Anodic music in one of their churches?
Totally.
There isn't a trace of doubt in his voice.
The Pericarnassian church is about love. Anodic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
He violently shakes the tape player as if to see if he can break it.
Love is hardcore.
Unity.
Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
He turns the volume up, then looks at you with a knowing nod, as if it's obvious you will now break into dance.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the bass, as if testing the waters.
Huh. No words, enjoy the beat.
Feels good.
You know what? Sure, let's go with it. I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Anodic music is about love, and so is the Pericarnassian Church. I mean, whether or not they end up setting up their band in the church is not my problem right now. So, you know what? By all means. As long as you're not maybe forcing some homeless person out of their home.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
I really don't. I just don't care enough to say the other option.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
His friend forms a fist with a screwdriver still in his hand, approvingly so.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen! Bring the disco into this world! Get this church shit on, and then dance there, motherfucker!
Well, now that the necktie is set, I don't know if I want to do it.
You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if they get this club going. You've got it in you.
I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
What's with all the Nosafed?
The what now?
Point at the bottles of nasal spray in the corner. The Nosafed Ultra. You have a lot of it lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for his line.
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
You sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosafed is the shit.
Can I have some? I have some nose problems too.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The Noser. Blast away.
I see you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
And it's distilled too.
Oh,
He doesn't know what to say.
it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
Alright, enough
He
of
nods
this.
enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Logic, Godly 16. Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze. It's a white check. That's it
You
for
can always
now.
come ask for the key to the church if you change your mind. Keep it cool, officer.
He winks at you. Okay, so smart cop was not the way to go with this, but little do they know, I have some logic, I think. Maybe. I guess that's all I got.
Hi again. Have you changed your mind? You changed your mind, right?
Logic low is 7, 16. Ooh, so I need to roll a 9. Jeez.
A number of things don't add up. Let's take a look.
I actually succeeded, okay.
How about gather around, kids?
Okay, kids, now gather
The
around.
young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
I've got bad news for you, Andre. Hang on. I've got bad news for you, Andre. Things don't add up.
What things?
He senses something is wrong.
This isn't the... This isn't the makings of a club. It's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
He points at the speaker.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
You have no headphones. Wouldn't a cell need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I know you pawned them, likely for lab equipment and drug ingredients.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
That Nosefed is here for its active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
Where's the speaker's friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker. You only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
The distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
He sounds tired. In short, you tried using a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
So what are we going to do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
Optimal way to go about this would be indifference. Begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this. Okay. I don't really care. I just wanted to crack the case. Do what you want and I'll do what I want.
Really?
So, what do I do here? I'm not sure what to do here. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this. Not too much indifference, though. I don't know. Really, I wanted to ask you about something else.
You wanted to just ask me about something else.
Or you can tell me what the plan for the church really was. Or shrug.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal.
Because we are! We totally are!
Okay.
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
Aha.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
And why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
Oh, he thinks it's a competitor. They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
Oh, okay.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
So, what now?
This is it. Judgment time.
Huh. Give me your cash, ask for a bribe first, get lost, I don't want to see you again, evict them. Let's do this clean, no speed lab, just a club for Anodic music. It wouldn't work with a lab, do what you have to do to keep the club alive. No, let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club for Anodic music. The young man's smile widens to inhuman proportions. His teeth beams with the floodlight.
I knew it.
The would-be leader drops his spike head between his knees.
It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Anodic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
So there was never going to be a club in there?
There needs to be a club for Anodic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time.
Continue.
We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Right. Let's call this incident crime prevention, but I have my eye on you.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs.
He raises his head from between his knees.
We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
Continue.
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
That's it for now.
Oh, you should have the key. We had to padlock the door to the church to keep more vagrants from wandering in. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
The speed freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden cool and fused move, tossing it in your general direction. Be the cool cop, catch the key as it flies towards you. You know what? Sure.
It's as if time has frozen somehow. You think you can sense the key moving in the air. Yeah, this is going to be way cool.
Don't ruin the cool by overdoing it. Raise your hand in front of your face with a minimum effort.
Blam! Straight in the eye. Straight in the old eye orb.
Oof.
In the looking orb. A stabbing pain. Tears stream uncontrollably from your right eye.
Ouch, goddamn asshole. What is wrong with you? Can't you see I'm in pain now?
Man, I'm super sorry. That was totally my bad. Overexcited. Going too hard. I'm sorry.
Oh my
He
god.
looks like he's genuinely sorry. He didn't throw them better.
I'm sorry. You almost murdered me, a cop. That's use of lethal force.
I really am sorry, man. Just take this, okay?
He pulls out some black paper from his belt pack.
Wow, looks like there's quite a lot there.
Interesting. You know, we'll take it. He is offering it, even though we were dumb. That's the least he could do. Take the
I hope
money.
that settles it. Or wait, the key?
He cautiously hands you the yellow key
He
ring.
is shifting in his spot, uncomfortably, still feeling sorry for the mishap.
Leave.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
Okay. And so I guess we took the task anyway, and with that we are going to end today's episode. Not where I thought this was going at all. I thought we were going to investigate the church, and instead we ended up, I guess, stopping a meth lab, and maybe we will be helping these guys start a club in the church. Maybe it might be one of those tasks that I took because I didn't want to discourage them, but I didn't want to. I'll reserve judgment for when I see whatever's in the church. So yeah, next time, the church maybe, and exploring the rest of the coast. Maybe finding the girl who has the armored gloves And yeah, I have no idea where this is going. This was so unexpected, but I'm excited. And I'm looking forward to seeing what is next. So thank you very so much for checking out the video. I really do appreciate it. If you want to be notified of when I upload the next part of the file to the archives, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, as well as leave a like or comment if you so desire. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.